This is the Rogue Federal Student Loan Collector, and today's subject is regarding tax return offsets. When you have a defaulted federal student loan, the federal government can seize your tax return in full. When you file your taxes, you might be left only with tears and heartache. So your student loans fell into default, and it could have been due to numerous reasons. Maybe you filed your deferment or your forbearance too late, or maybe they ran out. Maybe it was a financial hardship situation, and since you had no money, obviously you weren't able to make any payments. Maybe you didn't discharge from school properly, as in you forgot to file the necessary documents and you forgot that this thing was still lingering. Maybe you co-signed for your kid, and your kid decided to not take care of this. Maybe they were unwilling to work with you from the beginning, and you decided to just let this thing go. Whatever the situation is, the bottom line is, you're in default, and if you're in default, you'll be facing a world of trouble. With the federal student loan in default, you could be facing a wide variety of consequences. One of the consequences would be the Treasury Offset Program. With this program, the federal government could take your tax refund. Just recently, they started taking state tax returns as well. And if you file jointly, your spouse's tax return may be at risk. Social Security benefits and other benefits could be affected. Basically, almost anything printed by the Treasury Department could be affected under this program. Department of Education has historically been responsible for the largest volume of offsets. So you might be asking yourself, what happens to my tax return if it gets seized? Or how does it get applied to my balance? For demonstration's sake, let's say that the seized amount was $1,000. 100% of that amount, I mean all of it, every dollar, every penny, will go towards your interest only. Oftentimes, individuals assume that since they have their taxes seized, they won't have to make any payments for the rest of the year. But the sad truth is, next tax season, your balance will be right back up to where it was, if not higher. You will need to learn how to stop this endless crappy cycle. Before we find a solution, I need to ask you a question. What is your status? Are you 1, not certified, as in you will get your tax return back this year? Or are you 2, pre-certified, as in starting this year, you will not receive your tax return? Or are you number 3, certified? You've been and will continue to have your taxes seized until you're out of default. The sad thing is, once you get your taxes seized, it'll continuously happen until you're out of default. So you're probably asking me now, how do I check my status? How do I go about checking this? One way to do this is to call the collection agency. I wouldn't recommend it. You'll have to cross your fingers hoping that you get an accurate answer. Another way to go about doing this is to call the U.S. Department of Education's customer service line. But the sad thing about this, the truth is that this phone number, this customer service line, is a contracted company just like that collection agency. Your best way to go about doing this is to go to the source directly. I would recommend you to call the U.S. Treasury's Tax Offset Department. Now, the U.S. Treasury's Tax Offset Department is 1-800-304-3107. So if you're pre-certified or you're certified, there's no need to give up. You can still receive your tax return this year. To learn more, please visit freestudentloanstuff.com.